Well, here they are in no particular order. These are my top 5 investment books they won't tell you exactly what you need to do in order to be a successful investor, but they give you a sort of a picture as to how other people have done it and how the markets work. I've got them written down on my computer here, so I'm going to have to keep looking down to reference them. The first one is, and these are in no particular order, the first one is Intelligent Investor. Now this is a book by Benjamin Graham and it's all about value investing. Now this is the book that Warren Buffett is supposed to have read when he was a young man, and it was the book that formed the basis of his investment philosophy. Value investing is all about finding great companies at great prices. So you only buy them when the stock market has undervalued them for whatever reason, and then you hold on to them. So that's the first book, Intelligent Investor by Ben Graham. The second book is called Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. This is about a very famous investor in the 20s called Jesse Livermore. He was very good at sort of getting a feel for stock prices and their movements, and he made a fortune and lost a fortune as it happened. It's a sort of not a diary, but it's a look back at how he did that. And to be honest, I found it quite heavy going, but it's worth sticking with. It does give you an insight into how he did it. Book number 3, Market Wizards. Now this is a real classic, and also there's New Market Wizards as well, but I sort of included them as one title here. And this is conversations with traders. Market Wizards is with traders primarily from the 70s and 80s, and New Market Wizards is from a later period. And it just talks about their approach to investing and trading, and again it gives you insight into what to do and what not to do, and that is very useful. Again, it's not going to tell you what you have to do in order to make a certain amount of money on the markets. I don't think that book exists, but what it does do is really give you a feel for the markets, for how the markets work, and for how other people have traded the markets successfully. And then that helps you to pick your own style. So definitely Market Wizards and New Market Wizards are books worth reading. Manias, Panics and Crashes. This is a book by Kindleberger. Again, I found this one quite heavy going, but I stuck with it, and it looks at when markets sort of diverge from the way they should behave. So when markets are in bubbles or when they're crashing, they're not really behaving how fundamentals suggest they should. And that is a very special sort of situation for them to be in, and this book talks about those circumstances. And finally, book number 5 is a book called A Fool and His Money by Martin Baker. Now this book came out in the 90s. I bought it actually when the year it was released. And this is a really sort of cynical look by Martin Baker, who is or was a financial journalist. He does other things now. I think he's a novelist and a scriptwriter, but he used to be a financial journalist, and he was an excellent financial journalist. And this book looks at sort of, it lifts the lid on what goes on behind the scenes in the financial markets and the industries that surround the financial markets. And actually, it's my favourite book out of all of these. I really, really enjoyed it. Again, it's not going to give you a sort of a method for making money, but it gives you a real insight into how the markets work and to how the people behind the markets work and what they do and what they get up to. I really enjoyed that book, and I think you'll find it a very good read. Those are the 5 titles. I mean, there are others. I would definitely suggest The Alchemy of Finance by George Soros. obviously he's a great investor, and there are some great passages in that book. There are some passages that aren't so great, and chapters that sort of where it's the book sort of loses direction a bit. But that's worth reading. What else? There is and Liar's Poker. That is a great book to read, just to give you an idea for what the markets were like in the 1980s. And I guess also before the big crash in 2008. So those are my recommendations for now. There are other books, and I'm sure I'll make another video that covers those. But thanks for watching.